to try and escort him back because pilots are absolutely crucial. They can mean the difference between life and death for your forces. And remember to repair any damaged vehicles.
Got room for 5.
Just simply by sending them to where they're built. They'll queue up in line of whichever ones are damaged. Yeah, he repairs here, I believe, which is the only unit that doesn't repair where he's built, I believe. Same thing goes for all other constructors, except the GLA. The GLA constructors, I believe they build or repair / heal at their barracks, because their constructors are people, but China and USA use construction dozers like this. Another thing these can do is clear mines. This is really only useful against Chinese opponents, because the Chinese are the only one that can lay mines. I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure if that works against the GLA barrel bombs. I'm not sure, but if it does, that would be actually really useful. The only other way to get rid of barrel bombs, I believe, is to have your dudes walk into them, which is not exactly ideal. Another thing you can do, with all vehicles can do this, except air vehicles, you can build drones. Battle drones are probably the best because they provide light infantry support, so they'll kill any infantry units really easily. And they also repair the mother vehicle when it gets damaged, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We're still only able to build that, so. One useful thing about the Rangers is they can capture structures.
What's the mission, sir?
The basic land unit for all people can capture buildings if you research the upgrade for it.
What's the mission, sir?
So GLA, China, and USA can all do that. The important thing is, in, say, skirmish games or certain maps in campaign, there are structures you can capture to give you additional bonuses.
What's the mission,
like, say, oil derricks that provide income, supply pads that drop down units, such as tanks, or whatever the light tank is of that army, and other things such as that. And so you can see we're getting up quite a bit of troops here, so we're going to build a couple Humvees to
Army's elite.
just make sure we can actually hold all of these guys.
Rally point confirmed.
Just because these guys move so slowly, you want, especially in a vehicle force, you want to have something to transport these guys around because they are so slow.
Complete.
Heading out. Search and destroy.
We're actually going to stick the pilot in this one.
Bucket up, battle lift. Got room for 5. Humvee here. Whoa!
I don't believe... Yeah, I can't research that yet. Oh, no, now I can. Yeah, this is the one that destroys missiles, which is incredibly useful. So I'm actually going to build a couple of those, and then we're going to move out to attack the enemy. I'm going to build more Rangers while I'm at it as well. You can see he is going through all of our supplies here.
Sir?
Different races, they play differently
Protecting
for
our people.
getting resources. America uses these, which gather, I believe, 600 at a time. Yeah, 600 at a time.
What's the mission, sir?
There's China, they use trucks, supply trucks,
What's the mission, sir?
that gather, I think, 300 at a time. And then there's the GLA
What's the mission,
that use
sir?
people workers, and I believe they only gather 100 at a time, I think. I could be wrong, but we'll see soon enough, because, I mean, there is a GLA campaign and a China campaign as well, so we'll make sure all of those are right.
Always prepared. Rally point confirmed.
So as we can see, we're amassing our army here. We'll just stick these guys in this
Search and
army.
destroy. Heavy armor ready for action.
We want to make sure
field.
every single one of these vehicles has a battle drone, mainly because they are just so useful. And then we are going to move out.
Here. Let's go for it.
We're not leaving anyone behind to defend because there's only one way to get to the enemy base, and there's only one way for them to get to us.
Like a good run.
So we have nothing to worry about.
Chew on me.
If they get past us, then we'll send someone back to stop them. Some units have special abilities. Select a unit to see what special powers it has. Left click to activate it. The Crusader tank. Yeah, each tank can build a battle drone.
Come on.
Unit lost.
I actually did lose a unit. I'm not sure what I lost.
10 seconds.
I see no anti-air. What's the cutscene here? Is the cutscene yep, Chinooks. That's what I called it. There are also interesting things like this scattered around in both skirmish and campaign levels, where, let's say you break a building like that, it will actually fall over. Depending on the way it's made, it will fall over and crush certain things in its way. There are also trains which circulate around the map, and trains will destroy anything they touch. So don't park your dudes on the railroad tracks, basically. Which does make some... Yeah, we lose battle drones. You do lose battle drones quite often because they are usually the first thing into battle. And that means they're usually the first thing destroyed.
Humvee here. How about a show of force?
So we're actually going to send the tanks in first just because they destroy the crap out of everything. So these are Crusader and Paladin tanks. The Paladins are these bigger, fancier looking ones that they stop missiles as well.
Drop zone designated Alpha 05.
Roger that. Paratroopers on the way.
Civilian buildings can be occupied by soldiers, yada yada yada. Yes.
Paratroopers take cover in civilian buildings.
Yes, I believe that just introduced the idea of taking garrison inside of a building. Missiles are definitely good for this because they can set up major choke points where just no vehicle can ever get through it. Unless it's a toxin truck, which we'll get into things like that later. Enemies that are on the road like that, you just run them over with a tank. Like, really. That's what I usually do. Just run people over with tanks. I believe tanks will also automatically do that. Not entirely sure on that. There you can see another tower just fell over and crushed 2 tanks on its way out.
Moving in.
We're actually going to get all these guys out of the buildings. And we're going to send them back to meet our dudes in the Humvees.
Always prepared. Ready for action. Heading out.
I think that's all of them. Yeah, because they give you blue outlines if they're behind something.
How about a show?
So now we're just going to keep clearing up with the tanks. Clearing upwards. Okay, now this is the other ways that you can get resources easily. That I mentioned. Besides random supply piles just kind of scattered around on the ground, you can also get these, which are the most useful in my opinion, because in skirmish games and most campaign missions, you will always start with one of these near base. And basically they are not infinite supplies, but they are way more than you'll find in a supply pile. That's actually a radar truck, isn't it? No, that's just a technical. I don't know where those Chinooks come from. Can I command those? No, I can't.
Fire at will. Keep them busy.
I believe I just sent... Yeah, that's one thing you have to remember. Because sometimes you get a little bit confused, or at least I do anyway. Because I think I'm playing a different RTS, where right-click is the move command, and then it doesn't end well. Usually I have my builders running out into the enemy base or something like that. Just not good things, basically.
Humvee here.
Actually, we'll mark them as 2.
Break it loose.
We do need our foot soldiers up here.
How about a lift?
So we'll just bring these guys up.
Got room for 5.
I don't believe any of the Humvees. This one has full Rangers, so we'll send these guys up here. This is something else. Remember I said capture buildings. You can do that. It's actually quite simple. All you have to do is
meet your new owner.
Take your Rangers and left-click on the structure, and they will automatically capture it for you. Now we're going to move our tanks up a bit, because there is something up here shooting at us. It's that. It's actually shooting at our drones every once in a while. I don't want it to shoot at our oil derricks. I don't know if it can. I don't think it can, but...
Closing on the enemy base. All units prepare for contact. Enemy armor sighted. Air cav on the way. All units stand by. Engage! Enemy perimeter breached. Airborne, begin your attack run.
Unit lost.
Whoa! Got room for 5. Looks like a good run. How about a show of force? Humvee here.
At this point, it's pretty much over. I mean, this is just a training